Hi folks, this is Karim Rauf from IT Visualizer channel. We will continue our Lambda Matrix labs, the video number 98. We have been discussing in the previous video the following. We have started the topic of how to troubleshoot and repair corrupted Windows operating system. For example, when sometimes your operating system is not booting, when sometime you have some errors or critical errors that appear on your operating system. The last resort is to reinstall or reload Windows operating system. You should try to fix the errors concerning the operating system before getting to the last resort to reinstall it, because sometimes this is not the solution and it will take some time, and some systems you cannot reinstall it because, for example, maybe it need to be online all the time. For example, if you have an application server and its system is corrupted, you need to have a maintenance window to reinstall the operating system for this server and maybe reinstall the application on this server if it is an application server. So we are focusing upon two utilities, which is SFC and DISM. These are two utilities that you can use to fix corrupted Windows operating system. We have discussed the concept of Windows protected files. We have seen or we have discussed why these Windows protected system files are very important, how these files are linked or they are appearing in different folders uh, through something called hard link or hard link, NTFS hard links. Anyway, so we will continue working with these utilities. We have reached the last time in our last video this slide where we need to run SFC scan. Now this is SFC, it is something for system file checker. Sometimes most of us, when they use this commandlet, it doesn't give anything. For example, it gives you that it didn't find anything, or it find corrupted files and repair it, and nothing happens. So to fix that, we need to go and run the DISM utility and then rerun SFC scan. Now we will see that in a moment, but don't worry, we have reached the last time this slide, and we have seen that this log or this utility will generate, or it will write its process in a log called CBS. CBS contains a lot of useful information, not only the scan process of the system file checker, but all of the system health and the different operating system updates. So you have seen the last time when you asked the AI tools to analyze this log, we have seen a lot of useful information. We can also use some PowerShell commandlets to analyze this CBS and log and get us only the errors from this log. For example, Mr. Low Vanderpool, this is the log file, and actually I will go and let you guys see it. I have an update last day or the previous day. So if I go to the C and then Windows and then logs, okay, here you go, and then we have CBS. It was updated yesterday. If I open it, you will see at the end that I have updated, or my Windows was updated uh, yesterday. Okay, there is a lot of things here. So for example, we have seen that we can use a PowerShell commandlets to just give us the errors from this log file. And Mr. Low Vanderpool actually no, we do not need it. So if I go and see the slide, we have seen that through the AI tools we can only focus on or extract the failed processes from this file. We see, for example, Mr. Low Vanderpool can give us two commandlets to filter the contents of the log files and see what was broken or fixed. So this is, for example, a PowerShell commandlet. Sorry, this is CMD commandlet, and this is a PowerShell commandlet. So we can use both. Let's see if we can use them. So we will copy this, and let's copy it and open a CMD session or CMD let's run like this, CMD window, and then let's run it and press enter. Now let's see our desktop. If we have something here, this is the SFC. So we can see here that it's verifying and repair transaction, verify. So this was uh, something related to scanning the components of my operating system. Verify and repair transaction, verify complete, verifying component 1 being verify and repair transaction. So I think this is an automatic repair or automatic checking of my system components and repair them automatically. Verify 1. So these are all the repair processes. It was run from a couple of minutes actually. I think he didn't find any because he's saying verify complete, so there is no corrupted operating system files. So this is good. Verifying and repair transaction, verify complete. So I think there is nothing to be repaired, or at least we will see if later there is anything corrupted. So this is one commandlet. If we just shift delete and tell him yes, and try to open PowerShell commandlet like this one and run as administrator, and then we will run the next commandlet. Here you go, this is the commandlet here, and see if this will work. Copy and then put it in the PowerShell commandlet, and let's press enter. So now also we need to see if we have the text file. Here you go, this is it. And you have the same info. So I think this is not the errors, but it is referring to the process of the verification and repair of my system components. We have yesterday asked the AI tools to give us some scenarios concerning the CBS, and actually it gave me a commandlet to get only the errors, okay, from the CBS log. So for example, this we have seen yesterday that this was the errors. How you can do this? By simply, I think I have already done it yesterday. I think here it was from ChatGPT. If I go and get you the commandlet itself, so let me give you here, so we can see this one. We can extract errors, and okay, we need to get the errors from this log. So simply what we need to do, we need to go there and get this one and shift delete, and then we can go there and do like this. Okay, we don't have this we don't have ctemp, so I need to just go and delete CBS errors. Okay, we will delete this one, shift delete, and then continue. Okay, so now we can go and modify the location like this, so it will be in CBS errors. Now we can press enter, and now we can go and see. Here is the log file. Now we can see there is a lot of errors. For example, here we have some errors relating to invalid package. There is a package which is, I think this is related to one of my language packages, something related to a language package. We can see this, we have seen yesterday actually also from this log. This is relating to one of my language packages, a software that is working with certain language package which is not available on my PC. Okay, so this we can just copy it and ask AI tools to analyze this error. But anyway, we can see we have a lot of commandlets we can do to analyze this log. We can see here this will get the errors, and Mr. Low van der Poel have seen us how we can use two commandlets to get the repair process of the SFC. Okay, so if you use the SFC actually, so we can see here actually that I didn't run the SFC, but it ran automatically, and it is logged in the CBS. Anyway, so these are useful commandlets we can use if we go further and see the other slides. So here you go, this is verifying the components. Actually, this is what appeared for me, and actually it ran automatically. I didn't run it. Okay, so this means that SFC, maybe it will run automatically, but we don't know. Okay, so this is one thing, one good thing. If we go, so, and actually need to see these logs regularly to see if you have any corrupted files or corrupted operating system components. Let's go and continue. Here you can see this commandlet. Okay, you can use it while the Windows is up and running. While the Windows is up and running. Okay, if you were not able to log into the Windows, for example, you need to boot from a CD that contains Windows operating system and go to the repair section and or the repair option, and then go to CMD or action, or to access CMD prompt, and then through it you need to tell him the same commandlet. Then you need to tell him where is the boot directory, okay, and where is the directory of the operating system. So for example, here we can see that we have when you boot from Windows USB or CD, you need to know where is your operating system partition, because when you boot from a Windows CD or DVD, it gets an X, okay, something called X letter. You need to make sure where is your operating system. So when you boot with the Windows operating system bootable CD, you need to tell him disk part and list volumes to know where is your C partition. So for example, or where is, or where your partition is, what letter it's taken. So for example, sometimes your operating system letter is changed. Okay, so you need to make sure that you are selecting or knowing where is your operating system partition reside. So for example, here we are listing the partitions, and then we will let him scan. Now this is our boot partition and our Windows partition, just to scan for or repair Windows operating system components. Okay, we don't need to do that if we are already online, so we don't need to do that, or we are going into the or we can log to the operating system. And I think also this scan is done online, okay, or it is accessing the internet in a certain phase. But here, I think it is offline, so we cannot access the internet. Or if you have access to internet, that will be a good thing. But anyway, this is how we can make it when we cannot log into the operating system. You need to go and tell him boot with the Windows operating system ISO or DVD or USB flash, and then tell him repair, and then go to troubleshooting maybe, and then CMD, okay, and then type this commandlet, but make sure you are referring to your operating system and boot partition. Okay, how you know that, or how you know the letter for your operating system? It should be C. You need to tell him disk part in the command prompt, and then list volumes, and then you can see here is the C, and you can see the size of it, and you even you can dire the content if you are not sure that this is the operating system partition. Okay, so this is simple. If we go further, and SFC found corrupted files but was unable to fix some of them. Okay, then we go to the DISM commandlet. After you check system files with SFC and it reports that Windows Resource Protection found corrupted files but was unable to fix some of them, here is on some steps to take. Okay, if your PC is installed in default method, here is your partition layout. You boot due to access. So I think here is referring to sometimes you are not giving him the correct partition. You need to make sure that this is, you are referring to this partition, not to the system partition or master boot record partition or the recovery partition. You need to make sure that you are referring to this one. Okay, so here is saying when you boot when you are booting with Windows CD or DVD or USB, you will see something called, or you will go to the installation process of the Windows. You tell him repair, and then you will have something like this one. You tell him troubleshoot, and then you go to the CMD window. Okay, and actually in this case it will open on something called drive X. Okay, I think this is referring to you boot to something called RAM disk X. This is not with that we need. We need to know the Windows partition, which is C. Here is giving you the the C partition, how it is, or your system partition, how it is divided. For example, there is two hidden partitions for the system and the master boot record. These are not, doesn't have any drive letters. Okay, and the recovery also doesn't have a drive letter, but you can mistaken it with the Windows operating system. So disk 0 default partition layout UFI based. The partition has your boot files, BitLocker, encryption tools, FAT32, UFI hidden partition, no drive letter assigned. We know this completely. And this partition as winre.ym and memist_x hidden partition. So this is one thing. But anyway, if your if the SFC found corrupted files and not able to repair it, I think you should go to the DISM command after that. But let's go and continue with the slides. Here you go. Actually, this if you cannot repair, or if, for example, a power, you have loss of power and you reboot the server, sometimes you encounter this automatic repair message. If you were not able to do that, then you should go to troubleshooting section, shutdown or advanced troubleshooting, and go to the CMD and try to repair it manually, not automatic repair. Is my operating system stable enough to repair while running? Do I need to boot to Windows recovery and repair in an offline environment? So you can use automatic repair, or if it fails, you need to boot with a Windows ISO image and repair it manually. Okay, so let's continue. When you insert in the USB flash, you will tell him, it will get the installation of or the window for the installation of operating system of Windows. You tell him repair, and then you will be going to this features. Okay, insert bootable flash into PC or laptop, boot unstable PC into Windows WinRE, Windows recovery. Okay, you can boot it through, tell him repair, and you will get these. Okay, I think this is the window, but before it there is something called troubleshooting or advanced options. You need to go to the command prompt. Okay, this is it. And partition and drive letters for a normal disk. Okay, this is the C partition. These are two hidden partitions. You need to know which one, because sometimes they are mistaken. Okay, sometimes you will be mistaken if you are using or you're working from the CMD prompt. You may be mistaken, maybe you are trying to repair these, not the C. You need to make sure that this is the C partition, and before you need to check it even to dir or to see the files in this directory to make sure that you are working with the C partition. Okay, if we go and continue, require extra syntax for drive letters and passes. DISM used offline. We see a typical one disk PC offline. You need to make sure, okay, you are choosing the C partition. Okay, this is correct. Then WinRE boots to a RAM disk. This is the default. When you boot with a Windows USB or DVD, it will get you to X Windows System 32. This is not the C. You need to make sure that you are currently standing on the C partition, okay, and then ask him to fix these files on the C partition. Windows partition is C, Windows directory is C Windows. So RAM disk, okay, this is like a virtual disk, okay, or let's see a temporary disk. Okay, he's told RAM disk. Okay, I don't know what is a RAM disk anyway. So this is not the place we need to stand on. We need to go to the C and then run the SFC commandlet. For example, sometimes when you type C and press enter, this is not your system partition. Maybe it's the other partition if you have more than one partition. So you need to make sure that you are standing on the C partition. Sometimes, for example, when I go and try to see my partitions through the command prompt using the Windows USB or Windows bootable USB, I find that my system partition C, I don't find the letter attached to it. So I need to make sure to assign the C drive letter to my partition so I can work with it and fix it. Okay, anyway, so these are all things you need to know if you will fix your Windows operating system offline. Okay, if you continue with the slides, so we have seen that we have seen this slide before. Okay, if you continue, now here is the thing. Sometimes when you run this one, you will find errors. Sometimes it will tell you, for example, that uh, it failed to run the SFC. So Mr. Lovanderpool says if you encounter that uh, when you are using the Windows bootable USB, you need to restart the PC at least 3 times and run the commandlet 3 times, and it will succeed in the fourth time. He's saying that in his PDF and his video. So, for example, if you run it for the first time, it failed, you need to restart, boot again, and run it again. Failed, restart, and boot again, and run it again at least 3 times. Okay, so he's saying that in his videos. Anyway, so while SFC fails, run the SFC commandlet again. Sometimes it requires you to run it up to 3 times and restart the computer after each check. Also try to disable fast if the SFC fails. He start asking you to restart 3 times and rerun the commandlet 3 times. Also try to disable fast startup, restart Windows 11 and start performing the SFC scan now. Anyway, so these are some tips if you fail with the SFC. And actually, if you fail with SFC, even though you have done all of this, then I think we will move to the DISM commandlet to begin repairing your operating system. Okay, so DISM restoring health to our component store. If you continue, it's called DISM Deployment Imaging and Services Management. DISM is a utility that can repair your Windows component store. You must use an elevated PowerShell or CMD shell. DISM uh, by default use Microsoft Update to replace or repair any files. Okay, so this is a good thing. So I think we need to have online. You need to have online access. If you don't have online access, then we can tell him to replace the corrupted files in the Windows component store from your bootable Windows DVD or ISO image or DVD or USB. You can tell him or define that you should repair the files from original or from a Windows USB or DVD, not through the internet. By default, it's through the internet or Windows Update, but you can tell him to repair it from a Windows USB or DVD. Okay, if we continue now, best practice when using DISM. DISM version when you are running can be used on an older version of Windows, but not new versions of Windows. Example, I am running Windows 10 1803 version of DISM. Any version of Windows 10 1803 or older is fine. Any version of Windows 10 1804 or newer will not function properly. So you need to make sure that you are running the DISM version the same as the version of the Windows. Okay, it can work with older versions but not with newer versions. DISM, it is in the C Windows System 32 folder. DISM has to run from command prompt PowerShell running as administrator. You need to disable your antivirus because the DISM will do some changes to your important operating system files, and this may trigger the antivirus, or it will alert the antivirus, and maybe it will stop the operation. DISM will log verbose information to this location, Windows dialogs, DISM log. So this is where you have the DISM logs. We can also use it to, let's see if I have used this commandlet before. Maybe you can tell the AI tools to analyze the logs, but let's first see if I have used this utility before. If I go there, let's go to the DISM. So I have already one of them. Let's see if I can uh, uh, copy it and ask AI tools to analyze it to make sure that maybe I have I have ran this before. So let's go there and tell him paste, and let's ask AI tools to analyze it. Let's go to what? Let's go to uh, create a new prompt, and then we will upload the file, and then we go to desktop. Okay, analyze does not support. Why? Okay, I think because this is log not.text. Let's change it to rename.text. Okay, let's see if this will work. And now we can ask the tool to analyze this one. Let's go and upload, and we have this text file. Okay, and tell him analyze and extract insights. Let's see if we can do that, and let's go also to ChatGPT and we tell him the same thing. If we tell him to upload from my computer, and we have this text, and let's see if we can have something like that. Let's wait and see until it's uploading. It's about 18 megas, so it will take some time until it is uploaded. So let me see if Claude will accept it, because I think he has a certain limit for a text file. Let's see if he will apply it or he will save it. No, he didn't accept it for some reason. Why is that? Let's go that and do that again. Okay. No, he didn't accept it for some reason actually. So let's wait. I think because I have two uploads. So let's see if this will work. We need to wait for a couple of seconds until it is uploaded. So now we have it already. We have it already there, and let's see what will be the analyzation of this text file. Okay, token has exceeded, so we have a lot of data concerning this one. We have a lot of data which is more than the thing that we are or the limit. Okay, so we cannot do that. Let's see if we can ask ChatGPT to do so. If we open this one, let's see the content, so we can see there is a lot of data here. So this is one good thing. We can just simply ask him to give us some commandlets to filter this data. But first, let's see if we can. Okay, I think there is a problem because actually it contains a lot of data. So okay, let's ask it one direct question. I need to filter my dism.log file and organize it. Give me PowerShell commands to do so. Let's see if we can filter it somehow. So here we can get the warnings. Let's see first. Is giving us a lot of useful commandlets. For example, here we can go and get the errors and warnings. We can get the errors count, how many keyword appearing, extract specific uh, date range. Okay, here we can see he's giving us some commandlets between some ranges by severity. So I think this is a good one. We can do that to get us the info warning errors. So we can get a lot of useful information using this command. Let's summarize DISM operations, extract high-level summary information from the log. Okay, there is a lot of useful things actually we can use successful operations. So this is a good thing. Let's wait for a moment, guys. So let's continue, guys. Here we can see that the AI tool had given us some scripts that we can filter the DISM log. For example, here we can get the error and warnings. Let's open PowerShell ISE and try to run this text or this commandlet. Let's try to copy it, and now he will analyze the log and get the warnings, and we will get it out in a filtered text file. But first let's make it like this one so we can get something like that. Now let's try to run the commandlet. Okay, let's see the text file. Now we can go to the C partition and try to see the logs. Here we can see filtered DISM logs. We can open it. Now we can see these are the warnings, okay, and the failed events. We have warning, 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 okay, and we have errors, okay. So this is how we can filter this log. Actually, the next thing we need to do, not only to filter it but to analyze it. Okay, let's try. We can get a PowerShell script to analyze these logs. Okay, but first, this is the first test. It has already succeeded in it. If we go and try to get more things from it, if you go, for example, find out how many times a keyword like error appears. So this will count the errors. Okay, this is also one thing we can see. So we can get how much errors we have in this file. If, for example, make like that and try to make like this, it will count how much errors we have. So we have 3,219 lines that contains errors. Anyway, so this is one good thing also to have a count of the errors we have. Here we have specific dates. So you can, for example, where you have a date, like for example, we need to have some errors in a specific date or filtered by date. Let's, for example, try to get, for example, errors. I didn't read the log actually. Let's try to get something in 2014 maybe. I don't know if the log contains any errors during the time that, let's see what was the filtered one. We have errors in 2023. Maybe let's try to make him get errors at 2022 1031. Okay, let's try to filter the errors during this period. Okay, we have only 2 errors. Let's see if you will succeed in doing that. So this is simple. A lot of commandlets you can use to filter the logs as you wish. For example, let's do like that, and let's just a moment, guys. So let's continue, guys. For example, let's put the date, which will be 2023, and we have like 10, and we have 31. Okay, let's try to see if he will get uh, the range. We could not find ctemp. Okay, because I need to filter it more, because here you go, that's it. And we will try, I have modified the location. Let's try to see if we will get something. Okay, let's try to see if we have succeeded in doing that. We have it by date. So we have here all of the events from 3110. So we can see this is very good commandlets we can use to filter the DISM log. If we go and see, for example, other things by severity, we have here, it will get us all of the errors and filter them by info, warning, and errors. So he will analyze it and get 3 logs, each one by info, warning, and errors. I think I think one of them was for the warnings only. Okay, we can, and the errors here we can get also info, so we can get in separate files. Okay, and there is also another one for summarization. Let's see what we will do here. Here, extract high-level summary information from the log. Let's see what this will do here. He will quickly view the outcomes of operation, whether reboot is required, select pattern operation result, total detected, corruption, reboot. So he's seeking a couple of words in the file to see if there is a reboot or something. Let's see also how he will handle this, or what will be the output if try to do that and try to Control A and try to get the DISM summary. Let's see what this will be the result. So we'll try to do that. Okay, this is the DISM summary. Here you go, we have this. So we have uh, session image close, reboot required no. So I think he's seeking if after the repair, if there is a reboot needed or not. Anyway, so these are all scripts we can use to do things. Here is we have also successful operations. So also we can seek successful operations by also, or extract successful operations. We have a lot of commandlets we can use. For example, again, we can do that and clear the log and try to do the same. Here you go, let's do that and try to get DISM successful operations. So if you try to do that, now we have also successful operations. If you open it, 0, we don't have anything related to successful operations. So we have a lot of things here. Okay, let me delete them all. Okay, yes. Okay, continue. And we will delete all of these. And let's see if we can have, let's go, this is like that, and we can have a lot of useful. Actually, I will ask different AI tools to do that, and actually Claude give us a very good text, or a very good coding script to analyze uh, the DISM logs, organize external structure to CSV file for further analysis like Excel. So here he is just trying to organize the data to a structured CSV file so we can analyze it later. Okay, this is a good one. With timestamps and messages, we have already timestamp and messages. I think this is already done. If we can go further, automate log rotation, remove all DISM folders. Okay, this is not what we need. So here I have a script for analyzation. Here I asked him to create a script to extract, find patterns and extract insights from the DISM log. So here is the script created by Canvas. If we copy it and try to put it here and see what will be the results, if we put like that, where is log analyze complete, but let's see where will be the extracted file. So we have DISM insights. He will check if there is the log, extract errors, extract content, save the phrase, log analysis complete, insights, save to output. Let's see what will be the result. Because this is a long one, I think it's taking some time, but let's see what will be the result. So let's hear it. So guys, it's taking too much time to analyze. I'll just end the script because it's taking too much time to analyze it. So we can see here that we can do a lot of things concerning the DISM analyzation. I have given the same commandlet or the same, or ask him or ask Claude to analyze the DISM log. This is the script. We can copy it and let's see. Here is the script. If we go there and try to erase everything and make like that, Control V, and then we have, there is a lot of errors here. Status, there is some errors. Let's see if we can run it. Export to see this report. Let's try if we can run these. Here there is a couple of errors run. If we have, let me give him the error and try to see if he will solve it. So let's see here what he is taking or what he's talking about. Fixed hash, so analyzer, then we have create analysis report. We need to export path. Where is the export path? So we can WinDire logs export path. What is the export path? Okay, so I think now we have the script. Let's try to see if it will work that time. So we go there and give him, or we can remove that and Control A, and then let's try to see. The export path is C. So here we can use the insight, okay, and then we can use this commandlet to run the script. So first of all, we need to, is there any errors appearing here? I think there is no errors. So let's try and see if we can succeed in doing that. So there is also again in line 102, there is also an error talking about line 64. Again, this is the status. We have the same error here. Okay, again, this is not correct at all. So again, I don't know why he is giving the same error, but let's ask him again to repair it. Okay, let's tell him this error appeared. So again, he is still, there is something with the code. Okay, let's see also if this will work. We'll copy it and try to see if we have also the same error will be popped up. Okay, now we need to do that. And let's try to go quickly with the script to see if there is any errors appearing. Okay, so we have here 100 or 64. This was before it, 64. Okay, he had removed it. Okay, and then I don't see any errors here. Okay, this seems to be good. Okay, now we can run and see output export, but where it will export? What is the export path? Export path will be, where is the export path? I think he's giving it, the export path will be, I think, in the beginning of the script. Where is the export path? Mandatory, this is the one, and then where is the export path? Where it will go? So DISM, okay, we have the log path, and then we have filter, severity, extract, patterns, mandatory, DISM, okay, then we have the summary, okay, based on patterns, okay, for each, run insights, export, where is the export path? Create, export, directory path if does not exist. So where it will be in the same folder, new type, I think it will be in the same location maybe. uh, so let me do something here. Let me ask him to simulate the output that this script will generate. Okay, and let's see what will be the output here. Okay, here I simulate the output to be generated from typical DISM log analysis. Show the script would typically generate first CSV files that will be created in DISM reports. We have error code occurrence, so there is a CSV with errors, and then we will have DISM operation status would like total operations, successful operations, very good. Okay, and then we have time analysis, we have time frame, error count. Okay, we have DISM recommendations would look like recommendation source files could not be downloaded, check for so and so, source file not found, use so I think he's getting the recommendation from the file itself. Then the HTML report with open here will be an HTML report. We have total operations, successful operation, failed operations, common errors, time analysis. Okay, that's good. Recommendation. Check conductivity, run DISM to complete integrity. Consider SFS to check for integrity, ensure correct winch is specified for offline repairs. So this is good. In PowerShell console, you can see this running. When we run it, okay, after running it, we will see this, and then we have all of these generated. Very good. I think this should be run exactly to know what will be good. And actually, I have already repaired the script, so I think this is a good one. But if we it will take a lot of time actually because it contains a lot of data, but this is a way that you can use AI tools to generate scripts to analyze the DISM log, and actually asked Gemini to create also a report or a script to analyze the DISM. Again, this is the script. I'll try also to tell him to simulate the output because I don't have time to run through a log that is 3 years. Simulate the output of the script. So here the script will get 3 CSV files. Okay, the first one is for errors, and here is the sample output, and then for the warnings, this is the sample output, and this is the custom patterns and the output. Or failed to load. Notice that the pattern column shows which pattern was matched. Important consideration, file path, timestamp. Okay, this is the least one of them, I think, for uh, uh, ChatGPT. We can see here is the sample output. Again, this is good thing though. So this the one that have run a lot of time, and this is the sample, the output. Okay, and actually it took a lot of time to generate it. And let me do something. If I try to get this code and copy it, and let's ask Claude 2 correct, analyze, and correct this script if there is any errors. I think there is no errors in it, but we can add it just to make sure it is good. So here he is talking about that he has already enhanced the script, and he's talking about add error handling, enhance analyzation, improved output, added features. So this is a good thing. Let's try to put it in there to see if there is any errors, because I think sometimes Claude have some errors. If you try to see if there is any errors appearing in the script, so this seems to be okay. We have another error here, so we have a missing column here. There is a problem. So the script is not that good. There is a problem with one of the lines, so it need to be, and again we have also another code error here. So I think Claude makes some mistakes concerning the scripting, and they need to be filtered each time. Anyway, or I am using the not correct version of the PowerShell. Maybe he needs PowerShell 7 to work with. Okay, anyway, so we can see there is a lot of things we can do with the DISM, and it's very useful to get information from this utility. We will see how we will use it later. Anyway, so we can continue with our uh, scenario here. We can see that DISM create log files. Here it is. It's useful for troubleshooting and command errors. Okay, so that's good. We have seen how we can use different scripts to analyze the DISM. DISM checking the integrity of Windows components, so it will repair the Windows component files if they are not uh, correct. Here informs DISM that you have running a running operating system. This is not a running operating system. I think this is online. I think it will go to the internet maybe to get the files. This is by default, by the way. And we have check health. Check health whether the component store had been flagged as corrupted by a failed process and whether the corruption can be repaired. So this he will explain every one of them. Perform cleanup and recovery operations on component store. Check health. It will check the health of the files in the Windows component store or WinSXS. Okay, this tool can run under check health will report whether the image is healthy, repairable, or non-repairable. So this is a good thing to check health with this utility. And here you see we will do that, and it will get us if no component store corruption, the operation completed successfully. So this is good. If the SFC doesn't work, you can work with this one. If there is any problem with the files, we will repair it and then run SFC again. Okay, so now we have healthy, detect any component store corruption, no repair required. Windows 11 operating normal, repairable, you need to repair component store corruption. Use DISM to repair component store using an install wim or install.esd file. This if you are repairing the files from Windows USB or DVD, you can repair it online. You can get it online from the internet. No repairable. Windows 11 can't fix its component store. You have to either repair, install Windows 11, reset, or clean install. So this is, I think, it's not repairable. Maybe you need to reinstall the operating system. So this is the most dangerous one. Okay. So we can continue with the slides. Let's go further. Now we have another one. We have check health. I think this is a normal or not detailed health check, and this is a truthful health check. So you can tell him check health to get a simple check, and scan health you get a detailed health check. Okay, this is online. Scan the component for corruption based on checksums. The operation will take several minutes. Performs cleanup and recovery. So we can see very simple commandlets, and here we can see the same utility. Repair Windows image, scan health. So okay, this is from, I think, from the CMD and from the PowerShell. So you can run it from both. PowerShell, you run it with this one, and with the CMD, you run it with this one. Okay, and I think the same. Let's go there. Here is for the scan health. We have it here. Sorry, we have the scan health here, and we have also the check health. If we go with the check health, so we have here, and I think there is also in the PowerShell. So we have two. Okay, now we can go further and see the utilities we have. So we have scan health, and this is work. So if you have something to repair, then we tell him restore health. So yeah, scan the component store and then performs repair operation automatically. This operation takes several minutes. This is in the CMD, and this is in the PowerShell. This means Windows Update as a Windows repair source if it needs to replace a file. It's important to know whether your repair Windows repair source is for your company. For example, a GPO can set a network share organization as the repair source, so you can, if you don't have internet access, you can put the Windows source installation source and make the DISM take the healthy files from it. Okay, so this we will add restore health, and you can add source and specify the source it will take the repair files from, or take the healthy files from. So this is good. Now he will do this is we'll put the source install.wim, and so you can get a DVD and get this file and put it on a shared folder on the file server, and then ask the DISM to get or restore health or repair corrupted files from this source. If you don't do that, it will get them from internet online. So if you don't have internet access, or you cannot boot normally to the Windows, you can put a USB flash and then ask the DISM to get its file or repair the files from this USB flash files. Okay, so as we can see here, it is restore health. Okay, and you have this in the CMD and this is in the PowerShell. Okay, and then we can see restore health, and now I think let's stop here. Automatic repair could not repair. So what you do, you need to offline repair the file. So if you cannot boot to the Windows and you have this message, then you need to run SFC and DISM from advanced options, then troubleshooting, I think, and then have a CMD prompt to repair the files. Okay, so I think I will stop at this and continue in the upcoming video. Hope this video is informative for you all, and thank you all for viewing. Thank you so much.